Whoa, look at that. Ring light makes you look great. All right, Dad, if you're not crying yet, get ready. I had a really good idea this year for your birthday because, it's always so hard. What do I get the man that can give himself anything? Well, check this out.
Morning, Steve. Happy 67th birthday.
Hey, Steve. Happy birthday.
Hey man, how you doing? Happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Uncle Steve.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone. On this momentous occasion of the celebration of Steve's birthday, all we can say is...
Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Steve, what's up, man? Happy birthday.
67. Woo!
67 years old. It's amazing.
67 years.
67 years young.
67. It's quite an accomplishment. I know it's been a little rough as of recent. We're looking forward to seeing you, but we have plenty more time in the future, and we'll be bringing another person along with us, so I can't wait.
It's December 8th, 2020, and I'm 32 weeks pregnant right now. Baby Lena, your first grandbaby.
It's really a pleasure to be your friend, Steve. I've been asked to kind of follow a script, pick 3 words out of all those words to describe you.
If I could describe Steve in 3 words.
I guess the 3 words I would think of most.
So 3 words to describe Steve.
He asked for 3 words to describe you.
3 words. This is hard to do, actually. Looked up a lot of definitions to get these.
3 words to describe you, Steve.
If I could describe you in 3 words.
3 words to describe you. I can think of one, and that is generosity. As far as I'm concerned, you've always been a very generous person, and I appreciate that very much. No matter where I've ever been, whoever talked to you, you've always been generous to those around you, and I think it's been a great benefit to all, and I thank you for that. Another thing is the love of Dr. Snydak, Milton Steven Snydak, MD.
Intelligent, kind, and compassionate. It was a tough choice.
Erudite, passionate, and focused. And there's a lot of reasons for all of those, but I think they all fit you very well.
Adventurous, because I always feel like I'm going on an adventure whenever I'm hanging out with you and Bradley, and that's definitely carried over to Bradley. Adventure of a lifetime. Second is boundless, because you are the smartest, healthiest person I have ever met. I know that it's been a really hectic birthday week, but you have just been so resilient, and you're just a really boundless person. 3 is fun. Oh my God, you are so much fun. Every time I'm around you, it's fun. Hey, let's go do this. Hey, look at that. Hey, try this. Hey, let's go take a nap. It's like all of my favorite things.
Intelligent. We all know you're very smart. I love how your conversations, how's it going? Hey, let me tell you about the aerobic energy system. It's like immediately we're talking about pretty high level things. I can tell that with Lena and all your future grandchildren, you're gonna be a great resource. You're humorous. You have a good sense of humor. I've always can see you throwing your head back, chuckling, and you like to joke around, and that's a great quality. You're very kind. Your eyes are very nice to me. Molly has definitely exhibited those characteristics as well, and all your children are very kind.
A thrill seeker. A neophiliac. I'll let you look that one up.
Genius. I feel like you always answer all of my questions, you know everything, and also in the medical field, which is the most important to me right now because I'm still learning, you always have been able to answer my questions. I mean, you're 67 years old and it's just fascinating how much you know. Patient is a huge one. We've been reflecting a lot with the baby coming and just seeing how patient you were with all of us when we were growing up, and how patient you are with your own patients and the family now. Lastly would be caring. Your heart's always been wide open to everyone that has ever stepped foot into your life. You've been so good to them and you care about everyone. You're always offering your help and your thoughts and everything. So
I would say he's very passionate.
He's very caring.
The last word I would use to describe Steve is a teacher.
You're a mentor. And that goes hand in hand with your curiosity, because the definition of a mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor. You've taught lots of people over the years, and I know they really think you're a great teacher. We got the awards to prove it. How lucky am I that I get to have you as my dad? My second word is compassionate. You care so much. It's absolutely something that stands out about you. Now, my final word is my favorite, because one we've talked about in the past, and that is the word exceptional. If you recall, exceptional means unusually great. You are exceptional, and not only in everything you do, but in every essence of your being. You are exceptionally curious. You are exceptionally compassionate. You are exceptionally wonderful, exceptionally passionate. Anything and everything you do, you are exceptional. And I love you for that.
It would be loving. It would be a good dad, even though that's 2 words, and it would be knowledgeable.
If Steve was an animal, what kind of animal would Steve be?
What animal is Steve most like?
What animals do you remind me of?
If you were an animal.
So Steve was an animal.
If you were an animal.
Describe an animal that we think is like Steve.
What type of animal would you be? I thought about this. Eventually I came to the idea that it'd probably be an owl. The owl, when I was growing up, was kind of like a wise, the wise old owl. Knowledgeable, but also being an educator and a thinker, and also being inquisitive. I think of 3 things that Dr. Steve Steinheck is, and probably will continue to be and has been. So that's right. I stand right now as you being an owl.
Something fearless. I don't know. Like, remember when we were clamming in Ocean City, and you were describing this like sea urchin? You're like, "Hey, don't touch this," and you picked it up. It's just something that's pretty brave and courageous.
I'm gonna go with octopus because they are super cool and really intelligent creatures. They also live in the ocean. I know the ocean always reminds me of you and scuba diving and all that.
An elephant. An elephant symbolizes strength, power, success, good luck, wisdom, experience, highly social, loyal companion, and highly intelligent.
The animal part, I don't know. I had a lot of trouble thinking about what kind of animal. At first I kind of thought bear, or I don't know, maybe like a lion or something. But I think the animal that I think fits you the best is dolphin. And one of my favorite stories about dolphins is how they, they never really sleep. So it's always one half of their brain going at one time or the other. And one half is just thinking about having fun and playing, and the other half is thinking about working and, doing hard work and eating and surviving. And that kind of, I think, is a lot like you, because, when you're having fun, you're not thinking about anything else. You're just in that fun mode, whether it's hiking or out with the family or just doing stuff around the house with everybody. But when you're at work, even though you have a good kind of jolly attitude about stuff, you are focused on what you're doing, and it's really important to be there, focused on saving people's lives and being in the moment, I guess is the best way to put it. So I think dolphin fits you.
After committee meetings and extensive polling, Dana and I have come up with bear.
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 And
yep.
we agreed on bear.
Yeah, we both independently
You're
picked
huggy,
bear.
you're sweet.
Yeah, but you're tough.
About an animal, I don't know. I would say, I don't know. A German Shepherd maybe, because you're like a guard dog and you help me out so much.
The animal that you would be, so I was thinking kind of like a dog, because that was my first initial reaction, because dogs are so loving and kind and they're very protective, and I feel like that's how you've been as my dad. But I also was looking up online, and actually you meet a sloth. So that sounds weird because they do talk about sloths and how they move slowly, but that's not you at all. Your reason why you're a sloth is because you're caring, considerate, pleasant, and compatible, and those are all 4 things that sloths have, and that's why maybe a sloth is your spirit animal.
And this one I had to think about, and I think you're gonna like it. I would say a bald eagle, or just an eagle. Sorry, forget the bald part. I did not plan that. Okay, eagles love to explore. And that reminds me of you, that you constantly are looking around. You've taught me to be very observant. Growing up, you've always taught me to look at things and to take a second and stop and really pay attention. And they can explore the world around them. And then finally, the passion as well behind an eagle, because they care for their offspring, as you do for us kids. And for people that you love, you are just like an eagle in that sense as well. Flying high, you do amazing things. You've always done amazing things, and you look good doing it.
Maybe a squirrel, curious squirrel, or maybe even a squirrel monkey. Yeah, that's a better one, squirrel monkey. always getting into things, very curious, new experiences, new ideas. That's really what Steve's about.
We think that he would be an owl.
Is it because he likes sitting in trees?
I don't know, Steve. Do you like sitting in trees?
He probably does.
Yeah, he really does. I would say more because of his wisdom, and he's very, very intelligent.
That makes sense.
And lastly is, why do I love you?
I guess the other thing is,
Why do we
love Steve?
Why do you love Steve?
Why do I love Steve?
There are so many reasons to love you.
Why do I love you?
There's really no reason to not love you, for one.
What are the things you love about Steve?
And as far as why I love you, there's many, many reasons and many, many stories.
I love Steve because I usually feel better about myself when I interact with Steve. And with this COVID, we've been on the phone more than in person, but we've had some extremely wonderful conversations about many things, medical and world problems and all kinds of stuff. And so it's been really great in that regard. And he makes me stretch my own mind when I talk with him, and he presents ideas that sometimes are not really what I would think of, and he gets me going.
There's so many reasons why I love you, Dad. One example that I can think of is that I absolutely love how we share our passion for medicine. Every time we get to talk on the phone together and discuss different cases or a patient I had that bothered me, you always seem to know how to help me through that. That is definitely one of the billion reasons I love you.
Well, Steve is responsible for producing Molly, my wife, who I love and now I'm creating a family with.
Obviously, you were my favorite personal training client. You definitely were. I always enjoyed seeing you, but I always remember when I taught you how to jump rope, and I can't quite remember if you had never jump roped before or if you had never been good at jump roping, but I remember when I got it out for one of our sessions and we started incorporating it into your warm-up and you got super excited, and then we started incorporating it into several sessions, and then you just got really good at jump rope, and that was really fun. So I still have a picture on my phone of you jump roping, and it was just a good memory.
Hi Steve, I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure getting to know you. From the very first time I met, you were open with me, caring, really shared all your information. I remember I didn't even know you very well. You invited me over for Thanksgiving, and it was fantastic just to meet your family, meet all your friends. It really just shows how selfless of a person you are and how lucky I am to be friends with you and get to know you. I look forward to hanging out with you in the future and getting to know you more, and I just want to say thank you for everything you've done to me. It's been fantastic getting to know you.
Because he gave me Bradley. I wasn't kidding about the Bradley thing, but also you're just such a teacher and mentor. I just look up to you. Everything that you say is just so intelligent and wise. I feel like you're also just so open-minded, and I could just go to you for anything.
You're always there to help. You're always there to listen. You help me think through things, but you've always been a teacher to me. You've always taught me to not only learn the amazing things in the world around us, but also to appreciate them and be grateful for them. And that has absolutely brought so much joy and happiness into my life. And so I think that's maybe the main reason that I love you, because you have showed me how to be happy. I mean, come on, like, there's nothing better than that. So,
well, for me, it's exactly what I just said before. Steve is a fun-loving, adventurous spirit who always loved having someone with him to go and experience with, to enjoy the thrill of new experiences with. And I always loved going with him and doing that. We had so many wild and fun experiences together back when we were teenagers. There's no way I could begin to tell you all about them. There's so many, but let's see. Many of them that I remember. We used to jump on his motorcycle. Oftentimes we'd go to Marriottsville Quarry, a big giant swimming hole that everybody would go to on weekends. That was a regular. We would hang out at his house. He had a room upstairs in his house. We would go listen to all kinds of hard rock music on his awesome stereo. Oh, that was a blast. We used to go to Milford Mill Swimming Club a lot. That was always fun. Ocean City, we'd take trips in his van to Ocean City on the weekends whenever we could during the summer. We even took a trip or two deep into the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, on some week-long hiking trips. It was always fun. Steve was always ready to go, ready to try new things, and we were always on the lookout for any interesting women, any interesting girls. Yeah, that's really what Steve is for me. He was always into doing stuff, new experiences, new fun things to do, always ready to go, always ready to try on something new and different. I was happy to go with him. Whether I instigated it, not so often, or he instigated it most of the time, we were always ready to go. And it was a blast. Steve is kind of like, though he's my cousin really, he felt like just a very cool older brother to me. And I'll never forget that. I treasure that and treasure those memories tremendously.
Reasons why we love you. I have my little handy dandy little bag here. And I have maybe 25 things written in here. I'm just going to pull out a few and just read them and see what they are. Because you love to teach and you're a great educator. Because you make my tea every morning and you never miss. I love that one. Because every woman loves a vascular man. You're a vascular man. Shall we do one more? Another reason why I love you. Because you raised the best kids in the world. I have another little bag. I have more of them. I could read more, but we're going to go on.
You know, not only have you been the most unbelievable uncle, but you've also been a tremendous friend to me all throughout my life. And we've had so many great times together. And I can recall so many wonderful memories down the beach and even when we're living together and, you know, just having fun and, you know, drinking Mount Gay and going and running in the ocean with Bill. And just, you've been one of the biggest parts of my life. And you've been not only a great uncle and a great mentor, but you've been a really good friend to me, and I love you very much. You're one of the most important influences in my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way, and I think you're a big part of who I am.
Well, let's see, I've known you all your life, even though when you were born I was age 7. I really can't remember too much in the late 50s, but in the early 60s, I used to babysit for you, and that was a trip. God knows how much trouble you would have gotten into, but if I hadn't been there, but who knows. I know you had the chemistry set. Lord have mercy. I always thought when I hear fire engines running around the neighborhood that there at 3511 Ellen Road, something was going to go on. But no, you were all right eventually. The only thing I can really remember outside of outstanding after that is the fact you really liked your Coke. Not Coke, but Coca-Cola. And drinking that, you used to have about 3 or 4 bottles of that every time we babysat for you. That you always try to push the envelope, see how far you get for doing something that you weren't supposed to do. And also, in doing that, you would also try to involve me in some sort of scheme. But only once or twice I think that happened. But overall it was an enjoyable occasion. We separated there for a while because I was overseas in the service, and then later I was down in Arizona for graduate school. But I think when I came back to the East Coast and you were doing your internship, we got together a little bit more, and then especially since the 2000s we've contacted each other much more and seen each other much more. So it's always been a great time dealing with you, talking to you, and visiting you, and visiting together down at Ocean City with the group. That's fun. That was always fun. It's always been an enjoyable time. And you're a loving person, and I appreciate that a great deal, and I think everyone does.
Hey man, how you doing? Happy birthday, 67 years. Man, who would have thought? Actually, I think we're all kind of shocked that you made it this far and didn't blow up the house or catch it on fire, or maybe that did happen once. But anyway, happy birthday, bud. I don't know where I'd be without you right now. You've helped me so much in the past year. I really appreciate your love. I don't know what I would have been, kind of shape I would have been in, but hopefully it's all going well for you. And boy, we had some good times, crazy times, dangerous times. Sometimes when I'm sitting out on the back deck during the summer and I see a flash of light and a firework goes off, I think, that sure looks familiar. Especially 6 of them in a field with cigarette fuses on them. But you got a great family. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. You came a long way. You really did. You're a very intelligent person. You always have been. I am glad that the ATF or the FBI wasn't around 50 years ago, but I really don't have much to say about it. Just happy birthday and enjoy your family and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And please, above all, stay safe and stay healthy. I love you, man. I love you. Take care.
The bottom line is the guy is a heck of a lot of fun, and he's a really good friend. So
Really good friend. 67 years old.
have a wonderful birthday.
I love you, Dad. Happy birthday.
Big happy birthday, Steve. I love you, bro.
Thank you, and I love you. Happy birthday.
I love you, Dad. Happy 67th birthday.
Love you, Steve.
Love you, Steve.
Happy birthday, and I love you.
I love you, man. Happy birthday.
Hey, Gail, I wish you a happy 67th birthday and many, many more. God bless you and thank you. Take care, huh? All right.
Happy 67th birthday, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stevie. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! We love you, Steve.
And a Merry Christmas.